Right, today I thought we would do what they call ISA, which is Isabella. If you're ever in game you see people asking for people for ISA, this is it. It's one of the best ones because you will get some of the best equipment and loot here. Well, loot as in jewelry item, which increase stuff. You will get these things. Now, they seem to say quite low. I don't know if that means that they're above that or whether that's actually what you'll get. But we're going to do it anyway. We're going to try it solo. It's normally a 10-man raid, but we don't worry about things like that. We're going to have to go God mode, obviously. We'll never survive it otherwise. And hopefully we'll get these. And even if we don't, you can sell these. I mean, the epic ones like this will sell for 5,000 credits. Blue ones, 1,005, and there'll be other bits and pieces we'll pick up on the way. So, let's get started. It's too low, warning, yes I know, way too low. But we got this. I think we got this. So the only thing with this is we're going to have to move, because when I change to God, in fact, there's something I just need to do, which is at least one of these, which basically gets me more faith from my adepts when they collect it in the next 24 hours, which is what I need because I'm using it all up for these missions, which aren't missions I need to really do at the moment. So, as you'll see, what I'll do is I'll just check I've got enough faith. I think I have. If not, we will die. It doesn't matter. And you'll see how tough that is. That is just a tiny little bird. And you see when it hit me, it took most of my shield. There goes the shield again, and it's time to change before we die. Now I've got some power. Right. Like I say, we have to get moving or we will be running out of time. You can see the difference this mode makes. It all depends on how much upgrades and that you've got, of course.
There are too many of you. You will not be able to pass them unnoticed.
I always find it's better to try and weaken one of the targets or take out one before you... I mean, it's all very well taking several targets in one go, but you're only taking little bits of health. So it's always better to get rid of one just to stop that extra damage coming on you. In most cases, pick off the weakest targets first. Biggest problem with being solo is getting mobbed. Another one of those birds, you'll see the difference. That's the difference. And these bosses in this, with the new pre-patch update, seem to be a hell of a lot tougher. Right, this one first. Right, we can do a bit of lightning maybe. No, it's not going to activate, okay. Take one at a time if we can. Trouble is these things drop, in fact. What you can do is if you press F, you can target one, and it will stay on that target, which is really useful. Like I say, that way I'm not spreading out my damage on all of them. I'll just take one at a time if I can. I mean, it all depends. You can do this and sort of take them both at the same time gradually, and sometimes it works out quite well because you are damaging both targets, but like I say, at the same time they are doing twice as much damage in effect. I'm trying to take them all out, or 3 times as much, or whatever, laying more acid pools everywhere. But like I say, I prefer to pick off a few targets first, or weaken a few so that they drop down quicker.
Nerion's Templars wanted to kill this gate, but they just made it angry. Now it's really aggressive.
Right, this is where stuff gets serious. As you can see, I've got the special abilities popped up, which is like just comes up randomly, I think. So we've got that. I probably will try and take this without ultimate, this one, but I may use it if I get myself in a sticky situation. So we are in a bit of a rush, so I'm going to have to push forward. As soon as he stops. Now. Shields up. And move. We are going to use this while the acid is not too much around, because that's what's going to do us a lot of damage, is that acid. Shields up again. That ability's up, so we just as well use it, because he's stopped. If you're in front, they normally knock you back, not as a god, but in normal form. Just make the most of this. Get out of the way of that acid again. Basically use everything you got, stay out the acid. Here he goes again. Now we can do this. He's not damaging us. Back up. We're fine for a few seconds in the acid. Now we're out. Abilities come off again, but I think we can save that one. I think we should be able to take him without that now. It's down again, so we just as well do this again. Shields up again.
The first camp of Nereos Templars is on the next platform. I saw turrets there. Be careful. They are very dangerous.
So that's the first one down of the main bosses. There are plenty more. Now here, you've got to watch those gun turrets. They do massive damage. Depending on your strength, of course, and your shields and stuff. But they are bad. See it pop up in the right in a minute. And here it is. Now normally I'd just throw up a shield, but I'm pretty tough against it, so I don't worry too much about it. If my shields drop, I will put up a shield. We've actually, that blue aura that came up is actually another type of shield, which comes up randomly. It's an ability again. Here, take out the small stuff, go for the big stuff. And move, because that's going to be bombs coming down. Keep an eye on your health when you fight these. See how much they knock off you when you get hit. Because you can lose your health very, very quickly with it. Right. Here we go again. This is going to get busy. If you're playing in group with that one, you always stop on that pad and wait for all or most of the members to get together before you jump. Because sometimes you'll jump and you'll activate all of this and nobody can jump on the pad when you're fighting. So many people try and go ahead and get killed here, so tip of the day. Little ones first, then the bigger ones. Deal with those with the bomb, which we should have left behind, yep. Again, we're going to save this sword because we are going to be up in a big battle in a minute. see my shields are down.
A new Titan model, Orion, is
Fortunately,
standing
it didn't
guard
take
here.
much health at all.
It attacks everyone it sees. Nerion stole it under the pretext of testing it, and now we found it.
Now, this is a big one. This one I probably will use the ultimate on. Purely because he's tough. In fact, what we're going to do is we're going to turn into an elk, because we can do that. So we'll turn to elk. What we're going to use something called God's Army to strengthen ourselves, and then we'll switch back to gunner, and we'll drop the big ulti on him. I believe that's the way it works. I'm never 100% with all these buffs, how they work together. It's something you have to look up and learn. We're just waiting for it to cool down. There we go, before we try and change. So what we'll do is we're going to do this. Then we change back to gunner. Now. And then ultimate. And it took 10 off of the 40, so that's fine. Any minute this turret's going to come up, we are going to deal with it. Always take the turrets down. Golden rule of this boss, turrets first, always. Because those turrets will tear you to shreds if you leave them up. Try and drag him back to that. Bomb, it went off, that's fine. Again, turrets first. That bomb. You can just stick with him once you get his health right down and he brings the turret up, but to start with, always like this. Pick up health as you need it. Go with shields. We might be able to take him without worrying about the turret yet. Right.
Nerion's fighters
Yep, there we go.
recalibrated ancient golems, so now they attack everyone they don't recognize. You'll have to fight your way through.
Now the next one, you usually take all these golems, what do they call them, all in one go to one spot and kill them. When you do it solo, you're probably better off taking them one by one, or 2 by 2, or whatever you want to call it, because you could end up getting yourself in a right mess if you mess it up and gather them all together. Bomb. He's down. Making our way. Right, how's our time doing? We've got 22 minutes left. Should be alright. I have come close to the time, but not the last time I did it, so... But I was a weaker god at that time, so... Right, we're going to use this. Speed up a bit. See, my shields are down, so now I'll take damage. Okay. Keep back from that, because that thing hurts. Okay, and there should be, I think it's 4 more now, and that's it. But like I say, normally you drag them all together as a group and take them all together. Just take one out. Now I'm going to save the sword because we're going to be fighting a bigger boss again in a minute. One that I used to hate actually because it gives off lightning electric shocks, and I used to be so weak to lightning electric shocks. I'm a lot stronger to it now. But it used to kill me so often. Shield up for that thing. My shield also explodes and does damage, and knocks the enemy a long way away.
This is Golem Lightning, the most dangerous of Isabella's guards. Nerion's Templars managed to repair it. Be careful, it's dangerous.
Again, if we've got the ultimate, we're going to use it. So that was wrong. Change to elk. I mean, I probably don't need to do this, but like I say, if I get it wrong and die, then it's going to cost me a lot of faith to turn back into a god. So wait for the cooldown before I start the change. Now this one, if he throws up a shield, you've got to be under the shield. If you're outside the shield, you'll get hit by lightning, and it does massive damage. So if your shield ever goes up on this when you're fighting it, get under it, even if you're right next to him. Right, let's do it. That one. This is good enough. There's the shield, get under it. See the lightning falling down around outside. I quickly switched to that because what happens is that just before he dies, he spawns a load of golems around him, and sometimes you can get killed by that because they suddenly mob you, and when you've got a gun or whatever, you can't target him because you end up targeting the small golems instead. Right, we've got to get moving. We'll keep the sword out because we can just beat stuff up as we go, like this little bird. Took it like a boss. And again. Those boxes will give you some crystals for clothing you can save up. Right, what we'll do is we'll run in and just do the old spinning trick. Yeah, if you keep moving, this thing that drops bombs on you can't hit you really. It's slow. If you stop, it'll hit you. Just watch you don't drop it on you. Other players if you're in groups. That's that one done. Like I say, we've got to get shifting. We're about to face cryomancers as well, and they are tough. Probably the worst thing in this game apart from the turrets. See, they're tough buggers to kill. Keep moving again so they don't freeze you on the spot. And he snuck down from the top. Okay, good, 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 good. Put those around the tank. There we go. Cryo. Now this one up here, you've got to be a bit careful. There's 2 gun turrets that'll come up, so watch yourself with this one. Here they come. See, I stuck a shield up because I was taking damage. All my shields have been knocked out.
See the beams aimed at the Illyrium storage? Nerion's fighters are trying to get inside. Reinforced Pegasus fire wing is covering them.
Right, this is the final boss. It's like a 2-stage thing. There will be some other smaller bad guys that'll spawn and try to kill me. Cryos again. Again, ultimates, yeah, we can go what we normally do, so 4, wait for it to turn, we've got plenty of time. I have done this and done it within literally seconds, but we've got loads of time today. Okay, check the cooldown. Don't fire this off too quick, because if your cooldown's not ready, you will lose your God's Army before you change back to whatever you're going to change back to, whether it be a gunner, an archer, or whatever. Right, here we go. Back to gunner. And ulti. Move because he's going to drop bombs on us. And the only thing when you do it solo is all these bombs come onto me. When you do it multi, those bombs are split out amongst lots of players. When you're on your own, they all come at you, so keep away from them because they do loads of damage. This does lots of damage as well. That's why I put the shield up when he fires those rockets at me. Just got to get him down to 20, first stage. Right, there he goes, that's the stage over. Now what's going to happen is some bad guys are going to spawn. Don't stay in one spot too long with cryos. And watch out for all the bombs that are going to try and blow me up. You see there's plenty of them. If you're, well, it doesn't matter if you're playing this solo or a group, when those bombs drop, if you're not used to them, you're better off concentrating on not getting hit than trying to target your enemy. I'm doing both as you see at the same time, but when you first start, just avoid the bombs priority. If you die, you're no good to anybody. So that's him out of the way. I don't know if there's any more. I think so. No, just got to avoid the bombs, you know. Normally when you play this as a group, you can just stand in one spot and just literally go like that, like that, like that, and just avoid the bombs. But when there's this many, when you're solo, you, what's their ulti like? 27 seconds. Yeah, when you've got so many of them, you've got to keep getting out of the way like you can normally do. No, you can't do it with this. Don't do like that. Don't get near an edge. You get yourself trapped with the bombs, and he's down. Now he's going to pull another trick in a minute. He'll fold his wings up. He'll go dark, like that. Now get behind something when he does that. You'll see why. Because of that. He'll send out a big fire blast, and it does massive damage. In fact, if you're just a normal player, quite often it will kill you in one hit. So always take cover when he does that. Right, let him do his thing first. I'm going to go for the ulti. Should be ready. Again, you'll probably get another one off in time. No, he's doing the rocket thing first. You can put a shield up like I've got up now when you've got the rocket thing. You see it took a blast. I can take a certain amount of blasts, so it's not too bad, but like I say, here he goes. You see it go black, the wings go up, get behind something. And there it goes again. Watch out for the dashes. In fact, we can use this. Just because we got it. Put a shield up because he's just rocketing me. And he's going down. There you have it. Dead. And then you get loads of good stuff normally. I probably won't because I've had some quite good stuff. Yeah, I've got nothing that'll improve. But you'll see here, you get 2 epics, 2 blues, a ring. So I mean, like I say, I can sell all this. So it's no big deal. Plus, you know, I think this is probably one of the best ones in the game, especially as a group. It used to be one of the most popular, that's for sure. But anyway, that's Isabella, or Isa, as they say.